Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to SP Vids, and in this video what I want to talk about is another button which is probably neglected a little bit. It's definitely neglected in my workflow, but I've been trying to incorporate it more recently, and it's the microphone. It's the internal microphone in the SP. Now, it's got a really sensitive condenser mic built into it, which is a bit tinny, but is actually pretty good for a couple of reasons which I'm going to share with you now. The first one is it's good for making like tap noises or things that you can use instead of snares. So I'm kind of trying to think of the name for it, like a tap or a knock. That's probably the better word for it. So like knocks, you'll see like folders in B packs a lot that you'll see snares, and then you'll see another folder called knocks as well. So the internal mic is really good for making knocks, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do it. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to use this glass pot that I've got with some coins in it. So I've used this before for actually making background textures, which is quite cool. So I'll actually show you that as well. I'll show you a knock, and then I'll show you the background texture noises that you can get using this as well. So I've got some chops built in here. So a little beat that I'm putting together. You get the idea with that one. So let's do a knock instead of that snare. I do like that snare, I'm probably going to end up using it, but let's try a knock instead. So first of all, we need to choose the mic. So we press that, and then we press external source. Now this could get a bit funky because I'm going to be going through here into my PA and through this mic as well. So the two going at the same time could be a bit funky, but hopefully it'll be alright. So the first thing that I want to note about using the mic is you're always going to get button noise when you press record at first and you're choosing the pads and stuff like that. Always know that you're going to have to cut a little bit off the start each time you use this, and you're going to have to cut something off the end as well when you press unrecord or when you stop recording. Unrecord definitely is not a real word. So let's just try a knock. I'm going to press record and I'm going to do it into 12. Okay, so that was actually quite a nice noise. I used my Bose speaker and a glass jar with some coins inside it. What's happened there now? So okay, so that was actually quite nice. That's not recorded properly. Let's try that again. I pressed record 12, record. Okay, that should have worked this time. Let's try it. Record. Okay, so we've got a knock sound there now. Now let's add a bit of isolator, bit of EQ basically. Now there we go, you can already start to hear. Okay, let's resample that. I'm actually just going to resample that again because I want the tail to be shorter. I like nice short tails on my snares and knocks when I'm making beats, so let's just do that again. There we go, that's cool. So let's just, that's actually sounding okay, so let's just exchange that with the snare that I've got in there already. So function exchange. Okay, so we've got like a crack sound, but it's got a little bit of the coins sort of in the background as well. It's quite a nice little effect actually. And obviously with the SP as well, you can go as far as you want with layering effects on top of this. So actually, let's go ahead and use the vinyl sim, because vinyl sim has the range, I think it's range, RNG, which you can get some really nice effects with. So let's apply that. And I'll just delete that other one now because I'm not interested in keeping it. So like I say, go as far as you want with processing effects on top of that and getting the sound that you want it to sound like. But I'm happy with that one for this demo, just to show you guys how it works. So let's try that now over the top of the beat. And it sounds good, but the one thing that I do want to note about recording in through this is you get a really kind of roomy sound with it. So you need to try and get this to fit in the mix properly, and the way to do that is just to keep using the isolator and keep using the effects until that roomy sound's kind of gone. You can still kind of hear it a bit in this, so I'll just try a bit of compression to see if that hides it at all, but you may have to go back and add more effects to try and hide that sort of roomy vibe about it. So that works quite nicely, but one of the things that's hard with the SP I always find is getting those sounds to sound like they're in the mix. That's the one key to making your beat sound a lot better. So as you can see, struggling a bit there with that one. It's not really sitting in the mix that well. It needs more processing done to it, but for this video I'm not going to go into the details of kind of almost like doing a bit of mastering on your SP. So we'll just stay away from that now. Just wanted to show you that. So let me show you how you can add textures underneath your beats as well. We'll use the coins again just because it's handy. I've got it here. So let's use the external mic again, and let's record onto 12 again. And I'm just going to do a kind of this kind of sound. So let's record that. Damn, I think I just got myself scratching the table there in with it, so I'm gonna have to redo that one. Okay, that sounds better. Again, take that. You can hear the button press. Let me just show you that actually. See how you can hear the button press on the recording, so you have to get rid of that. And we need to go a bit further yet. And let's just make a little loop out of that using the mark button. So let's truncate that so we can use mark again. So I'm going to hit mark straight away, and then I'm going to hit mark after a couple of seconds to get a nice loop. Okay, so let's try that in with the beat. The good thing about these textures is if you don't have a lot of depth in the beat that you're making, if it's just like a piano sample for example, they don't have a lot of depth in them, adding something like this underneath really helps to fill out the beat. So this is why you want to be looking at these kind of things, and also they just sound pretty cool as well. So let's get that going. We want to take gate off because we want it to loop, and we want loop to be on, so that's going now, and we want to add that to the compressor as well. Okay, it's a bit loud, so let's take the level down. Still a bit loud because it's quite a metallic sound, so it's cutting through the mix. And again with these guys you can add effects to make them sound in the mix as well, so let's do some EQ. That sounds better. Now let's try compressing that one with the beat instead. Okay, so that's another idea that you can use for it. One final bonus tip which I recently thought about with the mic is that it's really good for doing voice notes, and the reason why I want to say this is because a lot of the times I'll make loads of beats on my SP on each bank. When I come back at a later date I kind of forgot what I was playing. So you can just use the external mic to just leave a little voice note on one of the pads in that bank and just say what the tempo of the song is, the order that you use the samples. So you might say like the pattern is 2-3-1 because sometimes you forget or whatever. So that's another practical use for the mic, so it is really useful to be honest. And obviously because the SP runs on batteries as well, this is something that you can take everywhere, so you can sample sounds all around you. Even though you'd be holding a big box up in public, it might look a bit weird. I tend to use my phone for that kind of thing, or my Zoom recorder, which I use for this as well. So it's just something to bear in mind though, like around the house you can take it all around the house and get different noises. Like I've hit frying pans before with forks, knives, like wooden spoons as well to get different textures. So you can go nuts really with this thing, and it's really good. It's just there at your disposal. So don't always go looking around in the sample packs, guys, because you can make your own organic sounds yourself, and then, you know, they're royalty free as well, right? So it's a little bit of inspiration to maybe go and try the microphone that's built into your SP, because on the face of things it does sound a bit crappy, but when you put something in and process it with effects, it sounds really nice. So think about those knocks, and then think about the sort of textures, and I think they're called Foleys as well. Think about those, how you could incorporate those into your beats. So like the coins, rattling keys, that kind of thing, they all add up and make your beat sound a lot thicker and more interesting to listen to. So thanks a lot for watching again, guys. If you're on Spotify, don't forget to check out my latest EP. It's Gone 12. I'll put the picture up so you can find it. Thank you to everyone that streamed that yesterday, really cool. And aside from that, check out the PO33 competition on my channel as well. Just go to my videos and you'll find it. It's about 3 deep now after you've watched this one. And that's it for today, so keep making beats, guys. I will see you again very soon. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I've got a load of people still watching the videos that aren't subscribed. I think in the last month it's been about between 60 and 70% of you aren't subscribed, so please hit that button, because there's loads more content like this coming, and it looks like you're enjoying it from the upvotes. Peace.